lad mig starte med at præsentere folk heroppe ved bordet. Vi har Simon Lund, Micki og Nielsens manager. Og vi har selvfølgelig Micki Nielsen, Joey Gamache, Nielsen-brødrenes træner, Patrick Nielsen, Kenneth Svensson, Rudy Markussens træner, og selvfølgelig Rudy Markussen, og sidst men ikke mindst promoter, Nisse Sauerland. And yeah, over to you, Nisse. Could you talk us through the night section on Saturday?
Good morning, everyone. Always good to be in Denmark. This Saturday we'll be presenting the very best in Danish boxing. We have the likes of Nisse Sauerland, Olympian, Rashid Kassim, Abdul Khattab, Micki Nielsen, and of course these two here. Rudy will be making his long-awaited return. In my eyes, he's been out of the ring way too long. The biggest puncher, around at the moment. And we of course have Patrick Nielsen, young gun, 23 years, 24 now? 24 now, in March, was it? Yeah. He's very high up in the world rankings. And we all know that there's a bit of history here. I could feel when Rudy walked into the room, there was a bit of atmosphere, a bit of tension, and that's what makes great fight nights. And I just hope that both of these guys come through their fights. They've both got decent opponents, and I hope they win their fights. So we look forward to one of the biggest boxing nights in Danish history, I think. These two. Yeah, back to you, Peter.
Thank you. Lad os starte med dig, Micki. Du skal op mod en argentiner, Alejandro Valori, som på papiret ligner en stærk modstander. Hvordan ser du frem til den kamp?
Jamen, jeg er forberedt på den, og det bliver godt at komme i gang igen efter sommerferien, så jeg glæder mig.
Og hvordan synes du, din træning har været?
Jeg synes, det er gået godt, og der har været masser af sparring, så det var bare perfekt.
Mange tak, og velkommen tilbage til dig, Rudy, kan man vel godt sige. Hvordan har det været for dig at forberede dig på en kamp for første gang i 3 år?
Alt er gået super godt. Træningen har forløbet som den skulle. Jeg har været skadesfri. Ja.
Men kan du sætte nogle flere ord på det i forhold til at være ude i 3 år og skulle tilbage igen? Har der været noget rust, der skulle bankes af?
Nej, det synes jeg. Altså, det har gået meget bedre end forventet.
Ja. Og hvordan ser du på din modstander, Ramasi fra Georgien?
Jamen, det er en kamp, der skal vindes. Det er en ung klub, så vi har forberedt os på ham, så ja. Lad os se, hvor langt.
Og der er jo en kamp i horisonten mod Patrick, hvis du vinder. Hvordan har det været at skulle have det der fokus på både en kamp på lørdag og en potentiel kamp mod Patrick?
Jamen altså, det har været fint nok. Selvfølgelig har det fyldt lidt af alt den presse, der har været, men det har kun motiveret mig til at træne, så det har været lidt enkelt.
Og hvad går du og tænker på, når du Patrick må fylde lidt i dit hoved trods alt?
Nej, altså, det er jo medierne, der fylder mest, og alt den omtale, og man skal svare på en masse ting, men ellers fylder det ikke så meget.
Og Kenneth, hvordan synes du, Rudy har gjort til træning de sidste uger?
Jamen først så vil jeg jo sige, at jeg synes, at det har været herligt at have Rudy tilbage i det miljø, jeg jo kender ham fra og har savnet ham i. Og vi har haft nogle gode måneder, og som sagt, det at være tilbage og forberede sig frem til en kamp, og se den disciplin og den gnist, der kommer tilbage, det har været skønt. Det er jo det, som han kan, det er det, som han brænder for. Det er jo helt naturligt, at det omkring Patrick-kampen, det har vi snakket meget om. Det vil jo være mærkeligt anderledes. Men jeg har da i hvert fald forsøgt, og det har vi da begge to, ligesom at holde fokus på det, der skal ske på lørdag. Altså lige meget hvad, så kan et slag gå frem for verden. Så vi tager en opgave ad gangen og glæder os gerne til begge to.
Tak for det. Over to you, Joey. Yeah, how do you see Patrick's opponent, and can you give us some insight on the preparations for both fighters?
Yeah, Patrick keeps improving, Micki as well. They're not getting out of shape, they're fighting consistently, motivated, excited about the Rudy fight for Patrick, but we're taking Barbosa first. He's in great shape, he's sharp, ready. We take care of one first, and Micki facing the Argentine. Micki is always in good shape, so the boys are ready. They're ready to fight.
Thank you. Og Patrick, du skal op mod en brasilianer, Barbosa. Hvordan har din forberedelse været, og hvad kan forvente af dig i Frederikshavn?
Jamen, forberedelserne har faktisk været utrolig fede, og jeg har trænet rigtig hårdt, og det hele er faktisk gået meget bedre. Altså min løbetider, de er blevet bedre, og mine sparringsrunder, de bare er steget hver gang. Det er ligesom om, at jeg selvfølgelig vokser med opgaven hver gang, og jeg bliver ældre med den, og det kan jeg godt mærke, så jeg føler mig mere rutineret. Så det er gået alt efter planen, synes jeg.
Og hvor meget, hvis du skal være ærlig, går du rundt og tænker på Rudy, når du er ude på dine løbeture, og når du træner og sparer osv.?
Jeg tænker slet ikke over det. Jeg har en kamp, og det er den, der tæller nu. Som sagt, vi skal jo begge lige forbi den her modstander, før den måske bliver til nu.
Og er det et pres? Eller hvad tænker du om det?
På ingen måde. Den her kamp, jeg glæder mig rigtig meget, og så glæder jeg mig også til den anden kamp rigtig meget.
Udmærket, tak. Og er der nogle spørgsmål?
Jo, jeg har faktisk lige en ting. Jeg har faktisk en lille gave til Rudy, som jeg gerne vil give ham. Og det er jo nærmest en velkommen tilbage, god Rudy, og det er jeg rigtig glad for, at du kommer tilbage, fordi det er jo en dejlig payday for mig. Værsgo, Rudy, der har vi en lille gave til dig fra mig. Tillykke, Rudy. Velkommen tilbage. Jeg håber, du vil hænge op derhjemme.
Today all of the attention is on Patrick and Rudy. But if I say that for me the main event on Saturday is Micki versus Valori, what would you say?
I'd say, as in main event, I would say it's a very tough fight for Micki. I know that Valori has said he wants to knock Micki out. And I've seen Valori up close, that's why I've taken him. And don't let the looks be deceiving. The guy can fight, and he's aggressive. And you know, I think it'll be a good test. Perhaps Micki's toughest test. People may not see that, but trust me on that.
About Nisse Sauerland, who's not here today, but he's having an 8-rounder.
Yeah, it was meant to be a 10-rounder, but the opponent that it was meant to be pulled out.
That Mexican.
Yeah. So, well, he didn't pull out. He decided, without telling us, after signing a contract, to go and take a fight and lose quite badly, I believe. So obviously we can't put him in a week after that. So we do what we can to save his fight.
They told Mexican media you already sent the flight tickets.
Yeah. We had the flight tickets. Hey, you know, that's a good way. It's a few. So yeah, I'd say it's an okay car in the UK, maybe not in Denmark with the tax issues.
This is supposedly kind of a warm-up for Dennis. What's next?
For Dennis, news will follow. We want to, you know, I've been speaking to Dennis. We wanted to go for a minor title this time, but then try and do a 12-rounder. But he's got a little injury on his shoulder, nothing bad, but he's rehabbing at the moment, and you know, I think it fits in nicely with our plans here. We're very ambitious.
Okay, so the next time we might expect something.
Yes, I believe you will.
And of course about Patrick and Rudy's fights on Saturday. They're not supposed to lose.
Well, you know, boxing, you know, anything can happen in the ring. Of course, we don't want any bumps in the road. This fight needs to happen, you know, let's hope nothing happens and they all come through without any injuries.
There's been some talk about Abdul Kassab, and he's lost the last time, and he's going to come back. How do you see his road back now?
Well, you know, I think we need to get him back in there, get some confidence going, make sure that whatever affected him before doesn't affect him again. He's still young, you know, and I watch him in sparring, and you know, he goes and spars in Berlin a lot with Jack Kulkai, and you know, Jack Kulkai even said to me on Saturday, he said, "Oh, the guy is so quick, he's like lightning." So what we need to do is translate what he does in sparring into the ring, and you know, that'll come. He's young, like I say, and it's just a question of getting him some winning fights back under his belt.
Did you push him a little too fast?
In hindsight, you know, we felt he was ready for that fight, and you know, it was his first proper test. Perhaps the Bulgarian guy that he fought, Ribchev, was a bit of a test, but this guy, you know, he was winning it, and then something happened. You know, if it's stamina, if it was you know, perhaps his calves, the you know, lactic acid in his calves built up, and, you know, that can happen, cramp. You know, I'm not sure, but he was winning up until that point, and it was a fight that he should have won. And I'd like to see that fight happen again in 3 or 4 fights time. You know, that's an opponent that he should be beating.